I'd like to open up the Tuesday, October 4th, 2022 Warrenton Board of Alderman meeting. If you would, please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next item would be the consent agenda items.
We have the regular meeting minutes from September 20th, 2022, the work session minutes from September 19th, 2022 regarding Chapter 100, and the work session minutes from September 21st, 2022, which was the joint meeting with the Planning and Zoning.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, seconded by Alderman Corder. Roll call vote.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes.
Alderman Corder.
Yes.
Alderman Cullum.
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Next will be public comments. We ask that if you have anything you'd like to discuss with us, you please step to the podium, state your name. We'll give you 5 minutes to speak.
I do have something here, Mayor. The police department hired a part-time crossing guard that could not make the last month's Board of Alderman meeting. So she is here tonight, and I'd like to introduce her. This is Melissa Howard, and Melissa is our new part-time crossing guard.
Welcome aboard, Melissa.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Not seeing anyone, we'll move on. Next will be Board of Alderman comments.
I've got a couple things I'd like to say. First of all, I have had nothing but great comments on the Fall Festival and how well it was attended and how great the city did on it and city employees. So thank you for everyone for that worked it, and appreciate all the police help that evening. So everything was well. Also, I'd like to say that I had a couple of positive comments on the grass cutting out on North 47 and South 47. So appreciate that, Brad. Thank you for the good work on that.
Anyone else?
Stole it from me. Fall Festival was great. Attended it all day. It was a beautiful event. I think it was one of the most attended since the 2018 or whenever 38 Special was here. I don't know what our count was, but I've heard estimates somewhere around 8,000, but I think that might be a little high. But it was a good event. Thank you for all the time you guys put in.
Very well organized.
Did anybody get semi-official counts or no?
We didn't get any. We were just guessing like around 7.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? But
There was a lot of people.
it's always kind of nice to give a roundabout.
Styles next year.
Yeah.
Just one gate in, one gate out, and we can count.
Well, I honestly, I think thinking that
Somebody's gotta click
8,000 is
the
a little
clicker.
high, we can just give a clicker to Alderman Schultz and he'll keep count for us.
Have him walk down the street. That'd be fine.
Hang on, did I get you already?
It'd be over at the cornhole tournament going, I lost count. I don't know.
Great event.
It was.
It was.
Good job. Good job, everyone.
Approval of liquor and by the drink liquor license on the corner pub located at 101 West Boone Slick. Do we have any questions on that, or anybody would like to speak on that? Any questions on that?
No.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the liquor by the drink liquor license on the Corner Pub located at 101 West Boone Slick.
So move. Second.
Motion made by Alderman Miller, seconded by Alderman Crump. Roll call vote.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes.
Alderman Corder.
Yes.
Alderman Cullum.
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. Next, we'll have the letter of support for Warren Trails. It's a Missouri Housing Development Commission. Pete Ramsell. If you'd like to come forward, please.
My name is Pete Ramsell. I represent a number of companies, basically the developer, the consultant, the property manager, the investor, in an application that was recently submitted to MHDC. We're requesting tax credits The purpose of the tax credits is to raise equity so we can make repairs. The property that we're talking about is Donna Maria, and I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's kind of north on 47, almost at the city limits, I'm sure, very close to the city limits. There's a county health facility. It's a fitness center that's immediately north of it.
Correct.
And so that's the property we're talking about. Two properties there, or two buildings there, one property. It's 30 years old. It's in need of rehab. Many of you maybe know that or have heard that. So we don't deal with the actual structure, but when we finish with it, it'll look like new. We talk about new roofs, new siding, new windows, all new fixtures inside. So when we leave it, it'll look like new. A lot of concrete work. Parking lots in horrible shape, sidewalks, the accessibility issues aren't there, the handicap units aren't there, just all the things that 30 years ago that weren't done and need to be done now. So our goal is to, if we get funded from MHTC, we'll use the tax credits to raise equity that will support the construction of the units. We'll spend approximately $70,000 per unit, a little more than $70,000 in repairs and fix-up and making new. Obviously, energy efficiency, accessibility, that kind of thing is part of our focus. When these applications go in, typically on a rehab such as this, we'll reach out to the city manager, city administrator, and basically ask for a letter on zoning, compliance with the comprehensive plan. And then if you all are willing, if the mayor is willing, if you would provide a letter of support that helps the application. To be honest, it's absolutely not necessary, but it always shows good faith. One, we wanted to tell you about the property, and two, if you were willing to give us a letter of support, we'll make sure that gets in the appropriate hands at MHTC. So I wanted to come tonight and tell our story a little bit and just ask for your support, and thank you for giving me the time. If you have questions, I'll try to answer them.
I think we have given letters of support in the past through some of these, so it's not something that's new to us. It may be new to some board members. Sorry, I should apologize and state that. But the city has given these in the past. Are there any questions about that?
No.
I don't think we have any
Forward
questions.
to the change. Good luck. Look forward to the change.
Okay. Sure, thank you.
I'll
I'm
entertain-
old and I can't hear. I apologize.
And I'm right there with you.
Okay.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the mayor to sign the letter of support for Warren Trails.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, second by Alderman Crump. Roll call vote.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank Brandy. She's been great to work with.
Thank you. Duly noted.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from City Administrator Brandy Walters.
The only thing I have for you guys tonight is to let you know that Scooters will be having their grand opening ribbon cutting on Friday, October 14th at 11 a.m.
October 14th at 11.
Why wouldn't they have it at like 5 a.m. when everybody's there for coffee?
Because they don't open until 5:30.
Oh, they open at 5:30, okay.
I've already heard the complaints out of everybody at my workplace. We have to get here early. Can they open at 5? Can you tell them? I said, no, absolutely. I think I want them to close because you guys are drinking too much Red Bull while you're here. Getting a little geeked up on too much stuff.
That's all that I have for you tonight.
Thank you. And that's a joke, by the way, before I get criticized on YouTube. That was a joke. Next, we'll hear from Finance Officer Dana Blaska.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. You have before you tonight a list of claims for your approval. Claims totaling $954,868.33. Were there any questions regarding that list of claims?
I don't believe so. I'll entertain a motion to approve the accounts payable in the amount of $954,868.33.
So move.
Second.
Who's the first one?
Give to Gary.
Gary? Motion made by Alderman Miller, seconded by Alderman McCollum, is that correct?
Yes.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Porter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Alderman Miller? Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0.
The next item is the financials for the month of August. So the second period in this new fiscal year. You'll notice that on the general fund, the operating revenues are actually about $16,000 above budget. So we're in the right direction there. Sales tax is slightly above budget, franchise fees, permitting above budget right now. And operating expenses in the general fund, they are $109,000 below budget. Factors there include about $37,000 wage-related. Again, we have several vacancies. Other things are just maintenance and supplies and just timing. Again, we're only two periods into the new year, so we haven't had a chance to ramp up on everything yet. In the water and sewer fund, you'll notice revenues about $115,000 above budget. Most likely related to the, the summer months, the more water usage during that time period. So we expect that to level off a bit. In the operating expenses for water and sewer fund, $62,000 below budget. Again, about $20,000 of that related to wage and vacancies. The balance, again, more just maintenance and supplies and timing on spending. Were there any questions related to those August financials?
Good.
Okay.
Good.
The next thing on the agenda is a contract with Andrews Technology. We went out to bid on an electronic timekeeping system. So all these years, the city has maintained timekeeping for all of our employees with the traditional time card that you put in the clock, and when it works, and manual handwritten timesheets. So we would like to move in a new direction with this. You'll see that the contract in year one is $15,070. And then the ongoing cost each year, the first year it includes some actual electronic clocks. It includes assistance with setup and everything, training, everything that goes with that. So the ongoing cost is about $2,995 for each year thereafter. So we went out to bid, got about 7 companies that bid on this. Did demos with about 4 of them, even actually brought the least expensive one on board in the sense that we tried it. It was all very web-based, and it just wasn't advanced enough to fit our needs. But there were probably 4 of the other ones that were very competitive. This was the one we felt that was the most user-friendly for the end users that employees would be able to relate to without any concerns. And again, they have like unlimited training, and they do have several other cities in the area that use them. They're very familiar with the other software that we're moving towards implementing, that we signed a contract a month or so ago. So they seem a really good fit for the city.
Okay.
So next, I think there'll be a bill asking you to approve that contract.
There will be. Any questions on the bids? All right.
The big difference between the 5,000 to 118,000.
Yeah, so that's why we tried the $5,000 one, because again, how can you argue that?
Right.
So if you wanted just something that you could electronically clock into, that didn't track anything else, that didn't schedule, that didn't do so many other things that electronic timekeeping is capable of doing in this day and age, it could, you could use it. That's all you wanted, was a method of tracking the clock.
Yeah. How long do you think it will take to get it set up and operating?
They say the norm would be 2 months.
2 months, okay.
Any other questions?
No, I'm guessing that's gonna save a lot of man hours too, right?
I'm hoping. A lot of paper.
Yeah.
All All right, I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 67-22.
So moved. Second?
First by you.
Yeah.
Motion made by Alderman Cullum, seconded by Alderman Corder.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for time and attendance software and services with Andrews Technology HMS Incorporated.
Entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 67-22.
So moved.
Second. Jasper.
Motion made by Alderman Miller, seconded by Alderman Jaspering.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement for time and attendance software and services with Andrews Technology HMS Incorporated. Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Corder?
Yes.
Bill passes 6-0. Anything else?
No.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Grounds and Maintenance Director Brad Boozy-Cruz.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. You have my September monthly report in front of you. Grass cutting has finally started to slow down this week, so we've been kind of ramping up on our others maintenance stuff, so that's why you can see the maintenance has gone up quite a bit too. Some of the things that we've been doing is been trimming all the trees in the parks and the cemetery. We're doing a lot of mulching of all the city hall, all the city-owned ground. We're starting out on the interstate tomorrow on the two where the flags are at on the new roundabout. We'll have that done, and then we're trying to get we're getting caught up on all of our boom mowing. So trying to get that all done before fall, before we got some other projects we're going to start. So anybody got any questions?
When you have time, Brad, could we get the two gates at the cemetery touched up with paint? It's peeling off real bad. Where you open the, those big...
Oh, the columns, yeah, as soon as we get our boom truck back, it's down, so hopefully we'll see that by Friday or so we get it back, then we'll work it into our schedule.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Anything else? Any other questions for Brad? No. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Public Works Director Guy Jeevers.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. Again, a monthly report, a few highlights off of that is we had 5 shut-off repairs, a water main repair on Flora, sewer service repair on Steinhagen, and some sidewalk repairs. We had no sewer calls for the month, and the water line on Hawthorne is completed. We've got 1 yard that needs a little dirt work. Vasel still needs some driveway approaches done and some dirt work, and they're working on Tomahawk as we speak, and they're getting close to wrapping that up. Any questions over the monthly report of that? Next item I have is a change order for Fairlane to the wastewater treatment plant sewer interceptor for Understall Construction for the amount of $96,478.30. This will close out that account and to be completed. We did a walkthrough last week. There's a few items they need to address, but we're still holding retainage on that of $207,000 with a sign, some dirt work, and some touch-up on some asphalt. The big change in is the asphalt that paved all of Fairlane Circle, and we had to buy some extra pipe because we came up 190 feet short. So I'm asking for approval for the change order for Understall Construction.
Any questions on this?
Yeah, I got one. Sure. So, Guy, did you say that was changes that we added, or that they?
We added, so when they did the lower half going towards Robin, trucks went down through there, tore it up, and then when they did that, they tore the rest of the road up. There was money in there to do a saw cut and a patch, but after everything was completed, the street was done. So we did a change order to resurface the whole street and take care of the whole road.
That was us. It wasn't nothing that they added or?
Right, no, that was a decision we made because we would have had to pave it anyway. Otherwise, it wouldn't have.
Okay.
And we are under budget on this project.
Any further questions?
If it's us, yeah, I get, yeah.
We'll entertain a motion to approve the change order number 2 for Fair Lane to the wastewater treatment plant interceptor project for Understall Contracting Company in the amount of $96,478.30.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by McCollum, seconded by Alderman Schultz. Roll call vote.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0. You have anything else? Okay.
That's all I have.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Guy.
Next, we'll hear from City Clerk Melody Rue.
The city had received a request from the developer for Morgan Trails, which is located over off of Market Street, to accept the streets and streetlights. It's all been completed, and guys went out and did inspect it, and everything is working good. We've got the paperwork to show. So the first item is a bill for the city to accept the street called Morgan Trails Court, and once we accept it, then we can snowplow it.
All right, any questions on that? I'll entertain a motion to the first reading of Bill number 68-22.
So moved.
Motion made by Alderman Jaspering, seconded by Alderman Cullum.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri accepting land commonly known as Morgan Trails Court as a public street of the city.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 68-22.
So moved.
Have you guys answer at the same time? No?
I don't know who it was.
You want a second? Yeah, who wanted the second?
Take second, that's fine.
Okay, then who firsted it? I only heard one voice and it was
Miller.
Crump, okay. Motion made by Alderman Miller, seconded by Alderman Crump.
An ordinance of the City of Warrenton, Missouri accepting land commonly known as Morgan Trails Court as a public street of the city.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Bill passes 6-0.
And the next bill is a bill of sale to accept the street lights, street signs, water and sewer lines.
Is there any questions on that?
None.
I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of Bill number 69-22.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Quarter, seconded by Alderman Cullum.
An ordinance accepting street lights, street signs, water and sewer lines, and all items of personal property or fixtures of Morgan Trails subdivision by the City of Warrenton, Missouri.
I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of Bill number 69-22.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Jaspering, seconded by Alderman Cullum. I'm sorry, my error, Quarter. Crump. Gosh, darn it. Too many C's on this board.
An ordinance accepting street lights, street signs, water and sewer lines, and all items of personal property or fixtures of Morgan Trails subdivision by the City of Warrenton, Missouri.
Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Quarter?
Yes.
Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering?
Yes.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Bill passes 6-0.
That's it?
Is that all?
Oh, do you want me to go ahead with the next one?
Yeah, please.
So the next thing we have is appointment of Hamilton Weber LLC as our city attorney. We had 2 submissions for our city attorney, and we interviewed both of them with Alderman Schultz, Cullum, and Crump, as well as myself and the mayor, and we interviewed each one of them and felt like Hamilton Weber was probably with the strongest experience that we could bring to the city at this moment. And so we would like to appoint them as our city attorney for the next duration of the year, 1 year from now until, it would go into effect October 10th, which is Monday.
Any questions on that? Now entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 70-22.
So moved.
Second.
Go ahead.
Motion made by Alderman McCollum, seconded by Alderman Jaspering.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a contract with Hamilton Weber LLC for legal services as city attorney.
I'll entertain a motion for second reading of bill number 70-22.
So moved.
Second?
Motion made by Alderman Miller, seconded by Alderman McCorder.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a contract with Hamilton Weber LLC for legal services as city attorney.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Crump.
Yes.
Alderman Quarter.
Yes.
Alderman Cullum.
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Bill passes 6-0.
The next item that we have for you is the appointment of Katie Joyce with Joyce Law Firm as our city prosecutor. Same thing, we had 2 submissions on this as well and interviewed both of them and felt like Katie brought in the most experience for that position.
Any questions on that? Entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 71-22.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman McCollum, seconded by Alderman Schultz.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a contract with Kathleen Joyce of Joyce Law LLC for prosecuting attorney services for the city.
I'll entertain a motion for second reading of bill number 71-22.
So moved. Second.
Motion made by McCorder, seconded by Alderman Crump.
An ordinance authorizing execution of a contract with Kathleen Joyce of Joyce Law LLC for prosecuting attorney services for the city.
Roll call vote.
Alderman Quarter.
Yes.
Alderman Cullum.
Yes.
Alderman Jaspering.
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes.
Bill passes 6-0. I'll entertain a motion to close the regular Board of Alderman meeting.
So moved.
Second. Go ahead. You can have it.
Motion made by Alderman Schultz, seconded by Alderman Crump. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. We are so adjourned. Thanks for joining us, folks.